AI.
13% of people think Elon Musk's singularity brain chip will be good for society. Only 13.
Mm-hmm.
No data was provided on whether these people already have brain damage. What?
What? Weird subheading.
Is this Gizmodo? Man, are the writers still on strike? I mean, it got our attention. I guess that's the intent. But
was that the intent, though?
I think
Maybe?
I think
Yeah,
so. It kind of
okay.
jars you a little bit. You're like, oh yeah. I mean, it is an important characteristic because they said the initial target would be those with injuries, or brain damage. Not, I don't know if they said brain damage, but anyway, Gizmodo's saying brain
It's
damage.
a bit hostile too.
Well, hostile.
What if you do have brain damage and you read this? It's like, hey, wait a minute. I do support this brain chip in Neuralink.
Yeah, well, it makes the question really strange because you're talking about good for society. Well, yeah, I mean, for a person who is debilitated and then this chip could have some effect on their ability to interact with the world, they don't really want your opinion on whether it's good for, like, for them, it's very good for society.
Yeah.
And so it's like, who's weighing in on it?
Mm-hmm.
And how might it impact or affect them? But it also brings into question like who would be eligible, and especially initially, for this type of stuff. Elon Musk believes humans will one day use implantable brain-computer interface. Yeah, we're aware of this symbiosis. An overwhelming majority, 78% of U.S. adults surveyed in a Pew Research report shared with Gizmodo, said they would not personally want an IQ-enhancing brain chip implant, even if they were available. That's pretty specific. Just 13% of those respondents said that they thought the types of implants espoused by Musk and others seem like a good idea for society at large. A much larger share, 56%, believe that tech will be bad for society. Ooh, Black Mirror. 56, I'm surprised by that. 56%. Over 50% of people think technology will be bad for society. I mean,
But what kind of technology?
The ones that were, I think you can say as a whole.
As a whole.
Well, there's these people, I mean, even Elon himself, his position on AI has changed. But I mean, technology in general is this constant march. It's this progression. And it's like this kind of inevitability that if things keep moving at this pace, this multiplier and so forth, then we end up in some science fiction scenario, like whatever. Take your pick, whatever your favorite movie is. A lot of people have that opinion, and like I said, Elon has even dabbled in that, although he seems to have a more optimistic viewpoint at this point. But part of that optimistic viewpoint is a merging, a symbiosis with AI in order to remain useful and relevant as a human being, considering the immense power, the immense eventual power that could exist inside of AI and robotics and such. So I guess maybe the number is just the surprising part. I knew that people were apprehensive. I also don't know exactly who was polled. I knew that people were apprehensive, but when you say it's above half, that's a significant chunk. And this would be a good moment to ask people whether or not they believe that tech will eventually be bad for society. Yes or no. Cast your vote in the comments.
Is there anything else you want to say
about
Neuralink?
Well, when it comes to disorders, it's a totally different conversation.
Absolutely.
Right? When it comes to a disorder or to improve the cognitive capabilities or ability to communicate or interact, then I think it's far less controversial as far as whether it's good or bad.
Okay.
It's a different story.